Hi, first graders. Welcome back to Foundations for Today. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday, when we started our new unit, we learned a new concept. We learned how to tap to read words with 5 sounds. Remember when there's blends in the beginning and at the end? Those blends are really tricky to hear, especially when you're tapping to spell. Today, we are going to practice tapping to spell and listening closely to all the sounds in the word. And now we have a different tapping strategy because we have more sounds in the word. There are 5 sounds in the word, and we have to make sure to tap each sound and hear each sound and write each sound. So for today, we're going to practice tapping to spell. Why don't you get your notebook and a pencil and sit down with me and let's practice together. I'm going to dictate a word. Echo the word I dictate. Stunt. I'll say it again. Stunt. There are blends in that word that are extremely hard to hear. Let's tap the word stunt together. Remember, this time we're tapping to spell, so it's trickier. Elbows up. St. Stunt. Let's shake it out and try that again. Stunt. Now, let's spell that across our fingers and make sure we say each letter. S-T-U-N-T. Stunt. Now, let's spell it. You can write it in your notebook, and I will write it here. Stunt. Did you get all the sounds? Do you see those tricky blends? ST is a tricky blend. St. Do you hear it? There's another blend that's extremely tricky. NT. Nt. Make sure you're practicing tapping all those sounds. And make sure you're writing each letter that you hear. Take your time just like I did on this one. Now that we tap to spell the word stunt, try marking it up on your paper, and I'll walk you through it as I mark it up here. We have to remember to mark up blends. Do you see blends in this word? Yes, mark up your blends on your paper. S, T, st, N, T, nt. There's a blend at the beginning of this word and a blend at the end of this word and a vowel in the middle. Is this a closed syllable word? It is, because it has one vowel that's being blocked and shut in by one or more consonants. That makes the U make the sound. So let's mark it up to show that it's a closed syllable marking. You underline the word, make a C for closed, and the symbol over the U to show it makes the short sound. Does yours look like that? Awesome. Let's do a couple more to practice this. I have to say, I'm very proud of you guys. We are tapping longer words now with more sounds. So this is tricky. Take your time just like we do here. Let's clear the deck. Ready for me to dictate another word? The word is flunk. Again, flunk. Let's tap that word. And if you remember, there is a blend at the end of that word, but I also hear a glued sound, unk. So let's tap that. Elbow up. Unk. Blend it, flunk. Try it again with me. Ul, unk, flunk. Do you think you could spell it across your fingers? F, L, U, N, K. Flunk. Now write it on your paper. Ul, unk. How did yours come out? Check it with mine. Do you notice that there's a glued sound in that word? Let's mark this word up. We can't forget to mark the blend. What's the blend in the word? Full. Beautiful. NK is also a blend, but we learned a glued sound, unk. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up that glued sound. And lastly, mark the closed syllable. Check your work to see if it looks like mine. Did you spell it correctly? Did you tap all the sounds on your fingers? And did you mark it up? If you did, kiss your smart brain. And if you didn't, that's okay. Keep trying. We're in this together. Let's erase our markings and practice more because practice makes better. Let's clear the deck. If you think you don't even need me for this support, you can pause the video after I dictate the word and try it yourself and then check your work. And if you're following along nicely with me, that's okay too. It's just like we're in school. The next word is grunt. I'm going to dictate it. I want you to echo it. Grunt. Grunt. Elbows up. Let's tap it. G, t. Grunt. Do you see how when I got to my pinky and my thumb, there was another sound? So I went back to my pointer finger and my thumb to get that last sound in. Watch again. G, t. Grunt. Do you think you could spell it across your fingers? G, R, U, N, T. Grunt. Let's spell it. Spell it in your notebooks and mark it up. I like to say the sounds when I write it. G, t. Let's make sure we have 5 sounds in this word. G, t. Grunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did it right. We even heard those tricky blends that sometimes blend together so much that we forget letters. So remember, it's so important to practice our new way of tapping and our new way of spelling. Let's mark it up. What blend do you see in the word? I see that too. Grr. G-er. Do you see another blend? Nt. That's a tricky one. Sometimes you don't hear the N and you might just write T. That's why it's super, super important to remember that there are blends in the beginning and the end of words. And we have to tap all those sounds and separate them so we can hear them clearly. What else should I mark up? That's right. Closed syllable. There's a vowel being closed in by one or more consonants. I make a line under the word, a C for closed, and a symbol to show that the U is going to say, the short sound. Beautiful. Let's erase and clear the deck. We have one more to do together. Ready? Are you ready to tap, blend, and spell? Here's the word, crisp. Crisp. Did you hear that? Crisp. let's make sure we get all those sounds when we're writing it. Elbows up. Take it slow with me. K, I, s, p. Crisp. 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 Now write it in your notebook. Sometimes you'll say the sounds again. K, I, s. How'd you do? Did you write all those sounds? If you did, you got all those sounds. Awesome. And just like the other words, we see blends in the beginning, at the end. Mark up that word. Mark up the blends and show it's a closed syllable word. So today, what we did together is practice tapping 5 sound words. But this time, I didn't write a word and you didn't have to read it by tapping it. This time, we listened for the sounds and we tapped all those sounds, even the tricky ones that sound like they blend together. We made sure to have all those sounds and then we spelled those words. Do you see how we could tap to read sometimes and tap to spell? Today, we tapped to spell, and that's what we practiced. Now, I'm going to give you one word as a bonus word, and you can try it at home in your notebook, but you don't have to. The bonus word is draft. You know when you write a rough draft in writing? That's the word, draft. And here's a hint. The tricky blend in the beginning is not JR. It sounds like JR, jur, but it's actually a tricky blend. See if you remember. We'll check your work to see. If you want, in your Google Classroom, you can upload your practice with the tapping to spell that we did together. Just snap a picture of the words that we wrote together, and if that bonus word you want to try, and upload it to Google Classroom. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I hope that you like that we're getting into bigger and harder words. Next, do you guys think you're ready for that? I do. Stay tuned because your task today is dictation, and that will be on the next link under the slide.